bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Well, if you didn't know, today is World Water Day. The Grand Bahama Utility Company joined in the global celebration for the first time, and tonight Sabrina Brown tells us the significance of this observance.
The Grand Bahama Utility Company is working to meet the current and future water demand by providing safe, reliable, and high-quality potable water to its customers. An exhibition was mounted at the Freeport Post Office in observance of World Water Day.
In 1992, the United Nations Conference of Environmental Development, they recommended to the United Nations General Assembly to recognize fresh water, and then this World Water Day was developed out of that.
General Manager of the Grand Bahama Utility Company, Giron Turnquest, says they need the help of the public in their efforts to protect the integrity of the water resource and to conserve it for future use.
Our water resources is vital to our community, to the growth of our community, and we know that throughout our island there's been a lot of indiscriminating dumping of refuse and appliances throughout the island, and these are all potential contaminants to our groundwater resources.
In addition to the World Water Day observance, Turnquest says the company has other programs in place to enhance public awareness of fresh groundwater resources.
We do programs in the schools where we go to the schools and we give them a PowerPoint presentation of about the water company and our water resources. We also hopefully will continue to put this event on an annual basis to continue to educate our customers and the wider community. We also hope that we can also put this literature in maybe in our billings.
Turnquest says they are also focused on ensuring the water supply is safe.
We always monitoring and testing our water at all times, so we know we have safe supply of water to meet our present demands.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Sabrina. And if you didn't know, this month is marked as Social Work Month throughout the world. Today, the Grand Bahama Association of Social Workers and affiliates of the National Association of Social Workers hosted a special luncheon to unite and pay tribute to their field of work. Social workers and partners of the Social Services Department on Grand Bahama gathered to pay tribute to the noble profession. During the luncheon, Assistant Director Paula Marshall read a message from the Minister of Social Services, Melanie Griffin.
During the economic crisis that began in late 2007, governments everywhere in the world saw an increase in the level of assistance offered through their social programs. This trend has yet to decline. Here in the Bahamas, it was no different. The government's expansion and delivery of social assistance wholly relies upon the strength, dedication, and training of its social workers.
Dr. Tamara Moss, Knight of Barry University, was among the presenters.
Then I want you to think mind, body, and spirit. We do it all the time for the clients and the families that we work with. We are comprehensive in our approach when we're helping them, supporting them, and guiding them. Let's reflect some of that back onto ourselves and restore hope in our profession. And lastly, I want you to think about learning to ask for help, not just offer it.
Dr. Darlene Roll-Cargill of College of the Bahamas says the National Association of Social Workers organization's aim is to promote the standards of the profession.
When we look at the work that we do, one of the things we find is that we work extremely hard, but we get very little thanks. And a lot of that has to do with the lack of understanding of what it is that we do as social workers. What does it take to become a social worker? And education is key to that. We want to talk about credentialing. We want to talk about competencies. We We want to talk about constant training as we go along, because that is what a competent social worker do. We continue to train ourselves to meet the needs of a growing society. As society change, the way we resolve our problems need to change as well.
During the luncheon, retired social services worker of 30 years, Mrs. Lorinda Aney Saunders, was honored. And finally, in news this evening, today culminates a week-long observance of National Preschool Week. Here on Grand Bahama, they ended with a grand parade. Here again is Joan Davis Rolle.
It was their day, the smallest among our little darlings, sending a strong message to strike up the band as preschoolers in the hundreds took to the streets of Grand Bahama in the largest display of unity among our youngest citizens in recent times. For the young and the young at heart, a guest appearance by Elmo, a grand banner competition, and the overall sights and sounds of the massive parade, all adding to the excitement. Just ask guest of honors, Your Royal Highness Brianna Davis and company, Master Brandon Rolle, and Princess Diana.
What school do you go to?
We're the Full Preston Academy.
Tell me how you feel about the parade?
Good.
What school you go to?
Body Hill School.
What you thought about the parade today?
I dance.
Preschool officer with the Ministry of Education, Violet Stubbs, used one word to describe this year's parade.
I feel fantastic about what is happening here today. It just tells me once again that our children are so very special. This brings to an end a week of activities with our kids that we call the Week of the Young Child. And this year's theme is meeting the needs of a child. And we want to get a strong message to parents this year. You must meet those children's needs. The children need to be loved. And so we're encouraging parents, take time out. That's how children understand love. They spell it T-I-M-E. So take time out to hug your child, to kiss your child, to tell them how special they are, and most of all, to have those important one-on-one conversations with your child as often as you can.
Educators Mrs. Wright and Mrs. Kemp, along with parent Darrell Stubbs, says this year's parade was bigger and better, and all a part of preschool education.
Parents too should be a part of preschool and attend activities, PTA meeting and functions like this, activities like this, because it's a learning ground. And if you start here throughout your child's school life, even into high school, you'll be a part of your child's school's life.
The parade is excellent. We love it. It's one of our highlights of the preschool year. We've probably been doing the parade for about the last 10, 12 years. And, you know, every year it seems to get bigger and bigger.
We should see more fathers out here. It should have been much better. It's bigger for this year. Only thing we wish we could have some more music, you know what I mean? But this was awesome. The kids have enjoyed themselves. They loved Elmo.
Joan Davis Rolle, 7S Network News.